The Indiana Fever walked into Chicago's United Center without Caitlin Clark and walked out with a 93-78 win. The media wants you to believe we're witnessing the greatest rivalry in women's basketball history. Two sophomores turned superstars, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, battling every time their teams meet. ESPN hypes it up, social media explodes, and everyone acts like it's Magic versus Bird all over again. The narrative writes itself. Clark's Iowa versus Reese's LSU, Indiana versus Chicago, Rookie of the Year race. But when you look at the scoreboard, the truth is undeniable. This isn't a rivalry. It's a one-sided beatdown. The Fever have destroyed the Sky in 6 of their last 7 meetings. This season alone, Indiana has beaten Chicago 3 times, by a combined 77 points. The first was a 35-point blowout, the second a 27-point thrashing, and now this latest Barbie night disaster was another 15-point humiliation. That's not a rivalry. That's target practice. Let's call it what it is. People keep saying Caitlin needs to do this or that, but the only reason this rivalry still exists is because one side won't stop hyping it up. And let's be real, it's great for Angel Reese's brand, too. The media loves pushing this narrative. 2 rising stars, different styles, opposing personalities. But when you actually watch the games, see the final scores, and examine how consistently one team dominates the other, the hype falls apart. Even without Clark, Indiana walked into Chicago's house on the Sky's biggest promotional night and took over. The Sky had this whole Barbie theme centered around Angel Reese. They booked the United Center for it, and then got demolished by a Fever team missing their superstar. This is a fake rivalry that benefits from great marketing. But the reality? Indiana owns Chicago. Kelsey Mitchell showed up with something to prove. No Caitlin Clark? No problem. Mitchell lit up the court with a season-high 35 points, shooting 12 of 19 from the field and knocking down 7 of 10 from deep. That's 70% from beyond the arc. She didn't just show up, she made franchise history. Mitchell and Clark are now the only 2 players in Fever history to score 35-plus points, dish 5-plus assists, and make 5-plus three-pointers in a single game. And she did it on Barbie night, in Chicago, with a crowd mostly there for the opposing team. Michaela Timpson stepped up too. Every time she's given real minutes, she delivers. This game was no different. 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting. That's 75% efficiency in the spotlight. After the game, Mitchell praised her as the ultimate pro, someone who's always ready and brings energy and excellence to the locker room. And the Fever's newest addition, Chloe BBY, signed just 4 days earlier, contributed 8 points in 10 minutes off the bench, stretching the floor and helping free up space for Aaliyah Boston to work. That's instant production. Speaking of Boston, she grabbed her 3rd consecutive double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds. But her impact went far beyond the box score. She added 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Whether it was stopping fast breaks or initiating plays, Boston was everywhere. Cardoso tried to run the floor on one possession and got completely denied by Boston, who then led the play the other way for a Fever bucket. Lexi Hull also delivered clutch shots that helped Indiana kill any momentum Chicago tried to build. Her buzzer beater at the end of the 3rd quarter was the perfect dagger. Coach Stephanie White's been preaching depth all season, and games like this prove why. Without Clark, Indiana's rotation stayed strong for 40 minutes. This team isn't Caitlin and the rest. They're a complete, deep, competitive squad. While Indiana was making a statement, Chicago was throwing a party with no star to celebrate. Angel Reese didn't play due to injury, and the whole Barbie-themed night fell apart without her. The Sky's marketing team tried to turn the United Center into a pink wonderland, but it ended up becoming a Fever fan zone. Social media lit up with memes and jokes. Fans started calling it Fever Night. TikTok was full of clips mocking the failed promotion. One fan even joked they should have renamed it Mitchell Night after Kelsey's explosive performance. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, despite not playing, was the center of attention. She spent pre-game signing over 200 autographs for fans, most of them Sky fans who came to see her. She didn't just make appearances, she made memories. Her presence electrified the arena, even from the bench. This is what real star power looks like. And it's why Clark gives her teammates confidence even when she's not on the court. She'll return in mid-August after getting adequate practice reps. The team's taking no chances. They know what's possible when she's fully healthy. Chicago coach Tyler Marsh sounded defeated in his post-game presser. He admitted his team continues to make the same mistakes and fail to execute the game plan. Rachel Bam's post-game quote said it all. The team had a screw-it mentality going into the game. That's not championship culture. That's giving up. Fever fans were louder than Sky fans. The home court felt more like Indiana's than Chicago's. That's the ultimate humiliation. The Fever didn't just win, they sent a message. They're not just surviving without Clark. They're thriving. At 14-12, they sit third in the Eastern Conference, just 2 games behind Atlanta. Chicago, they've now lost 5 straight. Their record is 7-18, and their playoff hopes are all but dead. The rebuild? Stuck. The chemistry? Missing. The leadership? Questionable. And the scary part for the rest of the WNBA? Indiana is doing this without their best player. When Caitlin Clark returns, this team becomes even more dangerous. They've built chemistry. They've developed confidence. They've proven they can win under pressure. Add Clark to that equation, and you're looking at a legitimate playoff threat in 2025. So what did we learn? This isn't a rivalry. It's a mismatch. The Fever are building something real. The Sky are building promotional nights that backfire. And the star everyone came to see? She didn't need to play to dominate the night. She just needed to be Caitlin Clark.